Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be in my room, in my element, filming. Not that I didn't like filming in my dorm, it just wasn't like, I don't know, it wasn't the same as my closet and my DIY studio lights. I moved back here last Thursday, so what day was that? Like April or maybe May. Maybe it was May. Maybe it's May. Sorry. So I moved back here on May 2nd, which was last Thursday, and my room is like an absolute mess right now. It is so disorganized. Like, you guys can't really tell behind me. I mean, it's definitely not as bad as when I first started, but I'm still trying to get everything organized where I want it to be. And it's funny because I'm done with school, but now I have to go back tomorrow at 8 in the morning for classes. Which I never really announced this on social media or anywhere else, just because, like, I don't know, I just didn't feel like the need to announce it right away, but I ended up getting the mentoring job that I applied for, so I'm really excited for that. So I have 4 days of classes this week. But anyway, today I show you guys how to achieve this look. It is a very kind of like glowy, natural, but fresh kind of spring look. And yeah, so I'm gonna stop rambling on and let's get into the video. So I've already washed my face and moisturized. So something that I've been incorporating more into my skincare routine is SPF. Now, I know in one of my videos I applied SPF and I told you guys, oh my goodness, it's so important. But after that video, I never really stayed consistent with it. But I picked this one up recently and I've been really consistent, especially lately. So the sunscreen that I use is the Neutrogena Hydra Boost Water Gel Lotion, and this is SPF 30. When it comes out, it's actually a blue color and not white. And this sunscreen actually does not give me a white cast. So another reason why I really love this sunscreen is because it gives me just like such a really nice glow. Like, do you see that? It doesn't look like I'm oily and it doesn't look like I'm wet, which I know some people like the wet face kind of look. I personally don't really, but it just gives me like a nice glow from within. So after the sunscreen has kind of like sinked into my skin a little bit, I'm actually not going to go in with primer because I found that primer doesn't really do a whole lot for me. So to give my skin an extra glow, I'm going to go in with the Heritage Store Rose Water Spray. You guys know I love this stuff. I cannot stop raving about this stuff. So while that's kind of like still damp into my skin, like it hasn't 100% dried yet, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation, and I'm just going to apply it like straight to my face. I'm going to put, this is a weird angle, but I'm going to put one pump on this side of my face and then another pump on this side. You absolutely do not have to do 2 full pumps. Like, if you have kind of like really clear skin, you could probably get away with doing 1. And to blend that out, I'm going to be going in with the NYX brush, and this is number 3. It's just a very dense kind of dome brush, and I'm not going to swipe it around. I'm going to pat, almost like I would with a beauty blender. So I know when I reviewed this foundation, I said that I really did not like it. It's kind of been growing on me. I think when I made that video, the thing that I complained about the most was the coverage, which at the time it wasn't the right coverage for me, but also during that same time my skin was really like not at its best. Like, I had texture everywhere. I had like pimples on my face and everything. Like, it was just at a bad place. I've really been liking this foundation lately because my skin has been better. It still doesn't cover everything, but it covers enough. I don't know, I think I used a sponge when I applied it, so it would make sense that it didn't give a lot of coverage because it's already really liquidy. So I found that applying it with a brush gives me just a little bit more coverage. So you see, like, when I turn my face, there's like this really nice glow. Like, it's not too dewy, but it's also not matte at all. It's just so nice. I don't know, I just really like this foundation now. For concealer, I'm going to be mixing my normal Maybelline Fit Me foundation, the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Sand, and then the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Medium, but it's not actually medium. So I'm actually going to do one eye at a time because the camo concealer dries pretty fast. I think actually I might have applied too much. Just to blend that out, I'm actually going to be taking this Real Techniques setting brush because I'm too lazy to go wet my sponge. And then to set that, I'm going to be using the Neutrogena Shine Control Powder. I normally wouldn't use this under my eyes, but I don't have any other kind of like translucent powder, so I'm just going to use this. And now I'm going to finish off the rest of my concealer. So to set the rest of my face, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Pressed Powder. I'm going to be using this kind of flat top brush. I'm going to be dipping in lightly into the powder, tapping off any excess. And when I'm setting my face, I'm going to avoid the high points of my face that I want to have it to keep that glow. So my cheekbone, my nose, maybe the temples of my forehead. So I'm just going to lightly pat. I do want my under eye to be a little bit set. I have on very little powder on my brush because I don't want it to look too cakey. And then I'm going to set my eyes too, actually. I don't want my eyes to be glowy. For bronzer, I'm going to be using the Maybelline City Bronzer, and this one is in the shade 200. I picked this up recently and I actually really love it. I'm just going to take it on kind of a narrow, fluffy brush. So I'm just going to lightly pat and then upwards motion into the hairline. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. So this is the only part of the video that is not drugstore. I haven't found a good drugstore kind of like eyebrow powder or product that I like that can top my Tarte palette or my my brow gel. I think I'm gonna do this off camera because you guys have already seen my brow tutorial, which if you haven't, I will link that in the description or in the icon. We're gonna move on to the eyes. So first, I'm just going to take a little bit of that Maybelline powder and I'm going to apply just a light amount on my eyelids just so that the shadows I'm going to place will glide on easy. I didn't prime my eyes, like apply more concealer, because there's already a little bit of product on my eyes from the foundation. So today's eye look is literally going to be so simple. So you're going to want to take the bronzer shade that we used earlier, and you're going to want to take any sort of fluffy brush. This one is from NYX. I guess I should like be an actual beauty guru and show it properly. But this is just kind of very fluffy. It's not that dense at all. And you're going to dip into the bronzer and tap off the excess. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to place this in your crease, like so, taking kind of a light hand, using windshield wiper motions. And then once you feel like there's not a whole lot on the brush, you can start to bring it a little bit up. So now that I have that bronzer shade down, I'm going to be taking the Morphe M505 brush. This one was literally like $3. The reason why I picked up a different brush is because this one is slightly more dense than the NYX one, and I want to try to deepen up this eye area. You could totally stop here if you wanted to. As you can tell, it's nothing super dramatic, but you can definitely tell that something is there. But like I said, you could totally stop here if you want, but for me, I'm going to be using my Milani highlighter. I'm going to be taking that NYX brush we used earlier, but I'm going to just kind of like swirl it in, tap off the excess, and then just, hold on, actually I need a mirror for this. And you're just going to kind of like swipe it on the lid. You don't have to be super precise for this, and just swipe it on. For eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Pencil Eyeliner. So you can do this one of two ways. What I like to do is I like to tightline right here, like underneath my lash line. I know a lot of people don't do this. Like, if you're not really into that makeup, you probably don't do this, and it sounds scary at first, but I promise it's not. But if you're not comfortable with doing that, you can apply a very small kind of tight line right on your lid if you wanted to, but I'm not going to. Well, maybe I might, I don't know, but I always tight line if anything. Now I'm just going to curl my lashes. This is just an eyelash curler I got from Marshall's. For mascara, I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara. I love this mascara. This is my favorite. I've been wanting to do like a favorites video because the last favorites video I did was like 2 years ago or something like that. I don't even know. But a lot of the products that I'm obsessed with, you guys have already seen on my channel, and I've already like raved about them, so I don't know. So as far as the eyes go, you could totally stop here. Like, I like how this looks, but for me personally, I'm going to apply false eyelashes. They're not really natural. I'll show you which ones they are. They are these ones right here. These are from Kiss. I just have them like in this pack that I already had, but these are from Kiss, and I think they're called Brazier, I don't know, but I really love these lashes. They're very full, but if you don't want to apply lashes, you can totally just skip this part. So I'm going to be using the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. This has aloe in it. I don't know if that really does anything. I don't really care, but I like how it has like a brush applicator, so then I can just brush the glue on. I promise you guys I'll have more videos for makeup for beginners up soon. I've just been really busy with finals lately and moving out of my dorm. I was going to film a move out vlog, but there's really not a lot to move out by the time I was supposed to move out, because I'd already like done a lot of pre-moving out. You know what I'm saying? False lashes, make sure you remember to apply eyeliner on top of the lash band, just so that it can kind of conceal the lash band. Obviously, that's okay. That was weird. That was a weird sentence. But I'm going to be going in with the Maybelline gel eyeliner, and it actually comes with a little brush. So I'm just going to dip in there a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close one eye, and basically I'm just going to follow the lash band. So now that the eyes are done, we're going to move on to the rest of the face, which there's not a whole lot to do. But okay, I lied. This is another non-drugstore product, but this is the Too Faced blush. You guys know I always use this. This is in the shade Baby Love. And I'm just going to apply a small amount on my cheekbones. It wouldn't be a spring look if you didn't have blush. So, and finally for highlighter, I'm going in with the Milani highlighter again. And oh, I don't know if I told you guys what shade this is, but this is in the shade Sun Glow. It's my absolute favorite. And I'm actually going to be taking it on this Milani highlighter brush. Like, the name has literally rubbed off of it, but it's just a highlighter brush. You don't have to have like an actual highlighting brush. You can just use a fluffy eyeshadow brush. You guys know I used to use this NYX one all the time. But I just gave my brush a little bit of spritz so that it's a little bit more blinding when I apply it. And I'm just gonna go over, so like when I turn my face, I can already see where there's a little bit of a glow. I'm just gonna go right over that with a very light hand. Finally, for the lips, I'm going in with the Tarte lip oil, and this one is in the shade Dragon Fruit. You guys know I love this as well. So since this is a lip oil, obviously it's going to eventually like absorb into your lips. So I really wouldn't recommend this if you're like going out and you want it to last. But I would recommend it if you're wanting something that's natural and gives you kind of like a gloss look.